Hey guys, today I want to talk today about finding your true life calling, your life path, and your level of success. So if you are working a job that you have been doing for the past 10 years and you're not quite that happy anymore and you didn't quite climb the ladder like you once thought you would, perhaps it's time to follow your heart. And with that I mean, what do you do on your free time? What makes you truly happy? What makes you sing and dance? Or maybe it is singing and dancing that make your heart just skip a beat like you're falling in love all over again. That is what you are here on earth to do and share with others. It's when you don't share that you're withholding all this beauty and talent and something that might be benefiting others, not just yourself, but you could be enlightening someone else through your talents of dance or music or art. And if you're closeting it and not sharing it, you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting others, because there might be someone you could be teaching. There might be someone who might benefit from seeing your art on a wall, and it might touch them so much that it inspires them to get their artwork out there. It is hard. You need courage. You need to have self-belief and abolish all self-doubt, because that never gets you anywhere. At least it never really gets you far. And with that, you get sad, and you can go through life with this feeling of, I should have done this when I was younger. I should have done this when I was younger. But there's no time for regret. So it's really important to start now. So even if you're 50, 60, 70 years old, you don't need to say, oh, I should have done it when I was younger. Start today. Start doing what makes you happy now, and start making it your life mission to share it with everyone. Forget about the judgment, because that is how you grow. And wouldn't it be kind of boring if, say, you put your art out and no one judged it? You get no feedback. So, you're going to get judgment, but that's part of taking a step and diving in. There's two things that are the hardest things we have to do in life, and one of the things is either moving forward on our path or changing that path. And it's really nerve-wracking, especially if you're like a Taurus and you're really stubborn and you're not really into change all that much. It's important to try it, because that's how you really, really find out what your heart wants. That's what you find out what your soul gets. Your soul grows through your advancements and your self-teachings and everything you do that makes you happy. I always tell my friends, my family, if they have weekend hobbies and they say, oh, I wish I could do it for a living, I always say, why don't you? Why don't you start trying? And if they're like, oh, it can't make enough for me to survive and blah, 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 well, maybe they have more than one talent and they don't need to just stick to one. They could do 1, 2, or 3. And they can find their life calling. They can find their passion. And when you truly follow your heart and your mind, but your heart, everything will fall in place. You have angels, guides, ancestors, everyone helping you that has passed on. It's not just here in the physical. Of course, you have love and support from family and friends here in the physical realm, but you have the love and support from every other spiritual being that is of a higher consciousness to help you. All you have to do is ask. And when you do, you find that everything just lines up so perfectly. Everything you want to do just skyrockets into this beautiful, abundant life. Even when I first started my business, I was a little scared, but I trusted. I threw all in and I trusted, and I said, I'm going to do this because this is what I want to do. It's truly what makes me happy, and I'll see where it goes. And if it doesn't succeed in a couple months, or if my heart grows unfond of it and I don't feel very inspired, then I'll leave and I'll find something else. But it was me taking that step back and trusting and doing it. Because if you don't take action and you just have all these thoughts, then you're not going to get really far either. I mean, I have a book of 1,000,000 ideas, and if I don't put any step forward or action towards it, they're never going to come to life, because I am the creator of that. In a sense, I am my own God in that way, that I have a thought and I am to bring it to life, but it takes me to do it. I can't sit around and wait for it just to happen without me making the effort. So, you start with the idea, the intent, you move forward with it, and once you put your heart and your love and your compassion into it, you will see how fast your passion will turn into a career. It will turn into your job. And before you know it, you'll be saying, oh my God, I can't believe this has become my life. Like, what I love doing is what I get paid to do now. And you can leave that corporate job and you can become an artist. You know, you have to think of the creative ways. Maybe you can't just sell your prints, your original prints. Maybe you have to make things out of your prints. Maybe you need to not just be a choreographer, but also dance on the side for other plays, and you know, be a backup dancer. And you know, when you're singing, maybe you need to be a backup vocalist and not just compose your own music. There's always a way to start. And then once you grow, you will find that when you're ready to jump in, everything will just fall into place. And if it doesn't, don't get discouraged, because the obstacles also help teach us. Because I've hit obstacles too where I thought at the beginning of all this, I thought maybe this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But then I realized through those obstacles that it was what I was supposed to be doing, but it was my way of learning and making something better than it could have been, than I was about to make it. So always trust your heart. Follow your loves and your passions, and whatever you're doing as a talent and you're doing it as a hobby or a weekend thing, make it something that's every day. Because isn't it wonderful to live every day as like a really magical, positive, happy day? Because it is for me. And every day I wake up so blessed. Not that I didn't before, but now sometimes I feel like it's surreal, and I just always take a moment to say thank you, because this is exactly what I wanted to do 5 years ago. I wanted to be the witch up in the forest, making potions and enlightening people and doing all these things. And finally, when I trusted, it happened. So you can do it too, whatever it may be. Just trust. Trust in the universe, trust in yourself, trust in your spiritual guides, trust in your family and friends to support you. But the main thing is to trust in yourself and believe, because you can do it too. If you like this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel, and you can also find more items and more information at www.whitewitchparlour.com. I'll leave the links below. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next week for my new video. I'll see you then. Mwah.